Hello, welcome back to my channel. Welcome if you are new. We have got some exciting Scentsy news on deck.
Oh, do tell us, please.
This news is all about their upcoming leadership events as well as their world tour events that are scattered throughout the world in all of their regions, typically on a normal year. But 2026 is not looking so normal for Scentsy, judging by this announcement that Heidi and Orville, the CEOs of Scentsy, made earlier this week. We're going to talk all about it in this video, and we're going to get right the fuck into it. But first, we need the disclaimer.
Someplace I could hide away. I feel like blessing my ride today. I feel like blessing my ride today. Good for the most part. I'm gonna need a few rings for the whole squad. Head still on the
Right, first things first, with it being November and with it being Thanksgiving season, I wanted to take a quick minute after my dark week that I'm just coming off of with this video. And I just wanted to say thank you for bearing with me through all the burnouts and the ups and downs of life.
Life is kind of kicking my ass right now.
If you've been here a while, you probably know that the past 2 years have been a bit of a bumpy ride. And like I said a few months ago, it's going to continue that way for a little while, at least. And I just really appreciate y'all sticking with me through this weird posting schedule that I have. It's something that I overthink about way too much. So I just wanted to say thank you for sticking with me through those times. There will be more, and I hope you'll hang with me then too.
But for now,
We have some really exciting things coming up for November and December and for 2026. Stick around. There's much more fun to come. Back to our order of business. Heidi and Orville announced that Scentsy World Tour as well as Scentsy Leadership Retreat will both be virtual and free this year for consultants and guests to attend. Now, this is something that has never been done within Scentsy, but it is something that I have personally seen being done with other MLM events where they are making them virtual, free, or just canceling them altogether because they are not having the turnout that they need. And we're going to talk a little bit about what the turnout is looking like or has been looking like for Scentsy events. First, let's watch this short announcement from Heidi and Orville doing what they do best, Facebook Live.
I sense some sarcasm in there.
Hey everyone.
Hello. Gosh, it's been a long time since we've done this, huh?
Yeah, well, live streamed on the Scentsy Family Consultants page.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's been a long time.
Okay, it says we're live.
You are. This is always horrific. Like I said, they're doing what they do best, a Facebook live stream. Heidi and Orville, if you're watching this, when you hit live, go live on Facebook, just start talking and act like you're already live, even if you don't know for sure if you're already live or not. Talk about the weather, talk about something, because this, every time you start a Facebook live, for the people watching the replay, has to be so fucking annoying. Just start talking about the color of the sky that day.
The sky is blue.
Are people on? Maybe.
Yes, and they're probably freaking out by the name of this live stream. We just wanted to come on and tell you in person and directly about some changes that we're making to our events. But to give you a little context, we'll start with the meeting we had last week.
So last week we met as an executive team, and we do it every year. It's very normal. To set some goals and stuff for 2026. But also we came out of the meeting with some strategies, and those strategies are going to affect some things that we do in the future. So
Yeah, now one of the things that we're feeling is that 2026 is so exciting. We've had a topsy-turvy.
Because it's not 2025.
Maybe, yeah. It's been a topsy-turvy world for the last 5 years. Really, since March of 2020, we've been in a considerable sense of upheaval in Scentsy as well as in the world. And we're finally getting some clarity.
But Orville, I thought you had a big boom in 2020. Didn't you guys have a big onboarding of a bunch of consultants because of COVID, because your consultants were taking advantage of people's vulnerabilities and getting them to join? Didn't that happen in 2020 for you guys and most other MLMs? And then they quickly plummeted afterwards, which is what we're seeing with all the MLMs, in my opinion, of course, that are flipping to affiliate model or a hybrid model because they saw this hyper growth And now they're seeing all of this hyper stagnation, hyper degrowth. What do we call this? Hyper death? What is that? What are we calling this? This is exactly what I have been saying is going to happen with Scentsy. They are slowly turning things so that they can say, oh, we have no more recruitment-based business model. We are now just an affiliate company. You can be an affiliate partner. You can do this, you can do that, but you don't get commissions for recruiting. Unless, of course, they do that hybrid model where you get commissions for, I think it's like your first level of recruits, but nothing after that, which is a little better than what we're seeing now with Scentsy and other MLMs, but it's still very problematic because you're still getting paid for the people that you recruit onto your team and getting paid for their hard work and their sales. Whereas the bonuses that you're getting should just go into the person's check who is making the actual sale. But that's neither here nor there. Anyway, like I said, these are the steps that we have seen other MLMs take in the past that have closed altogether or switched to affiliate. I'm just explaining what I'm observing and predicting what's coming next, which is still what I've been saying, is that in the beginning of 2026, Scentsy will be announcing a change to their MLM recruitment-based business model. So here we are, watching it all unfold.
As trends are consistent and we're able to make plans and strategies for the future. And so 2026 looks really bright and we're really excited about it. And as we were looking at this executive treat, as we were looking at our plans for 2026, we realized there was a need for some pivots.
And we're planning as part of those strategies to streamline anything that we can, including programs and events and activities. So one of the things at the beginning of the year that we have is leadership and
or retreat for leaders is the official name.
Yeah.
We always call it leadership.
And then World Tour.
Yes. Now these events have been things we've done for a very long time. And the question is, just because we've done it in the past, does that mean these are things we should continue to do?
Yeah.
And we know that at the beginning of the year, it's important for us to communicate with you all and to get everybody on the same page. So these events are important, but in monitoring the trends in registration and just in communication with many of you, it became clear that extra travel, money, and time just isn't feasible for a lot of families right now.
Okay, this is where we need to talk about the level of registration that's not happening for these events anymore. That might be true. That is true for a lot of people. A lot of people can't afford to travel, can't afford to buy registration to these events that they were charging for, and now they're not. But I think this is a great picture of the lack of registration and interest they're having in their events. And that brings the question, why is there such a lack of interest? Is it because of all of the changes that they have been making over the past couple of years? Or is it because your consultants are just dropping off like flies because they don't like the changes, or because they have found their way out of the MLM world and saw the light?
Fuck this, I'm out.
Regardless of what it is, registration is down and they have to find a way to save money and not have to pay for these conference centers and take care of hotel room block and all of the other things that come along with putting on these events that are in multiple locations. They're trying to cut their spending, in my opinion, because they don't have as much coming in from the number one customers, which are the consultants, who are, again, dropping like flies. I'm watching it with my eyeballs on Facebook, on TikTok, on Instagram, in my DMs. These people are leaving at a fast pace. And this announcement it's not helping them. There have been some mad consultants that we will be hearing from in a few minutes.
And we went back and said, wait, during COVID, we had great virtual events that really made an impact.
So we're going to pivot to reach as many of you as possible. And so Retreat for Leaders and World Tour 2026 will be free live stream in January. Let's see, we're going to have Saturday, January 10th will be the Retreat for Leaders.
And World Tour live stream will be Saturday, January 31st, just in time for things that are going to be announced for starting February 1st. So
Woohoo.
we'll be able to be
New products,
ready
new
for the new
catalog,
year,
yeah.
ready for February, and we'll all be able to get this information at the same time.
And we know that this, for many of you, because you haven't registered, will relieve some stress. If you were feeling stressed out about which event to attend and, oh, there's so many to attend and I just don't, it's not looking good for me this year. So hopefully we just relieve some stress for you. And we're super excited about being able to do this event and reach more of you.
I love how they spin it.
We're canceling these events, but here's how it's amazing for you and your business.
I can't with them. I can't. Now it's just them painting a picture of how great this is, in my opinion. They're doing this so that these consultants cannot see the big picture that Scentsy is flailing. They are fighting for their lives. They are up to their eyeballs in the ocean right now, trying not to drown.
Let go, Jack.
Allegedly, in my opinion, from what I'm seeing happen in front of our own eyeballs.
Yeah, I think that this way allows us to get to a majority of our consultants because there's really no inhibitor to you attending. Of course, you might have a job or you might not be able to attend the whole event, but without the expensive travel, without the time in travel, it will allow you to focus just on the training, just on the motivation, and we'll be able to deliver it directly to you rather than we deliver our message to employees who then travel around the country and deliver our message to you on our behalf. So Dan, Heidi, me, the entire home office team will be geared toward providing an amazing experience for you and just do it virtually.
So what they mean by that is, I don't know how to explain this. It's basically like a tour. So think like podcast level touring, smaller venues. And during these events, they, like I said, have different dates for these events within the month of February. It was within the month of February for 2026. Now it's not. But they will happen like at the same day, at the same time. So Heidi and Orville only go to one typically on that day. Sometimes they'll be able to do two in one day. I don't know. I don't want to get too deep into that because that brings me back to my in spring sprint and world tour days, and I don't want to think about that.
I'm triggered as hell, man.
So anyway, they only go to one event on the event day if they can make it, and otherwise it is the home office team, typically faces that are known from showing up on the consultant Facebook group and whatnot, teaching and training these consultants or other consultants training the consultants. You know, the blind leading the blind, like we've been doing for all these years in MLMs. Anyway, let me stop rambling.
Yay.
How rude.
Okay, so one of the things for World Tour, there will be events for each region throughout the day on Saturday, January 31st. So that's exciting.
We'll be up early and staying up late that day.
What an honor.
A news article will be posted this afternoon, and it will have all of the details on this pivot from in-person to virtual.
Now, this is a free event for all consultants. And we know that many of you are going to want to gather. And so that's going to be great. We'd
Make it a
love for
party.
you to gather together
Yeah.
in parties. Do it in a cost-effective way. Make sure that you are remembering that Scentsy is to provide you income for your family, not... We don't want you to take family money and spend it on Scentsy. It should be the other way around. And this gives you a head start for 2026.
So there will be a registration, even though it's free, because we want to know how many of you are coming.
Yep.
But we're excited for this change and the direction, and that we'll get to see more of you.
That's right. Let's finish out 2025 strong. We have a lot.
We can't go a live stream without at least one woohoo, Heidi. Woohoo. Woohoo.
A lot of great things this month in November. We're starting with a bang. We need you to keep this up so that our home office team can stay busy throughout the whole rest of the year supporting you. And we know that this is the time when people really need fragrance in their home. So it's the perfect time to get out and engage your customers.
Why? Because they're all in their house because it's cold. They're just like farting and sweating everywhere. Is that why they need? What are we insinuating?
Oh no, but it smells like ass.
Get it? The holidays. You know, I just have to say something. It's my job.
and inspire your downline consultants to get out there and share Scentsy with the world.
Okay, and if you have already registered for the in-person event that is now going to be online, you will get a refund or something will come your way.
Or something will be coming your way. What does that mean? Are they getting a monetary refund, money to put toward their business that goes toward the Scentsy store? Or are they just not even going to get a refund? What does that mean? Something will be coming your way. It better be the money that they paid to register for this event that is now not even happening.
We'll be sending an email to all the people who have registered. We're going to want to make everybody whole in this. We don't want anybody to be harmed by this decision. So this will be a blessing to everyone, one way or the other. We stand by our commitment to make sure we contribute more than we take. So if you contributed to Scentsy by registering, we're going to make sure that doesn't harm you. So get excited for the Retreat for Leaders if you are a director and above on January 10th and January 31st. We want to see all of you at our virtual world tour event that will kick off the amazing spring selling season of 2026.
Thank you for coming on today.
Take care. We love you. Bye-bye.
We love you. So gross. The parasocial relationships they have are not healthy. Okay, so that is the announcement that they made. There were a bunch of comments underneath. There was over 1,000 when I looked. I don't know how many there are now. That was early this morning, many hours ago. So I pulled some for us to look at. But first, I want to talk about one other thing that they mentioned, which was the consultants that already registered. When Scentsy is talking about events, if you haven't watched any of my event videos in the past for Scentsy, they do encourage the consultants to be loud and proud about these events in all ways, shapes, forms, sizes.
Email, tweet, shout it from the rooftops, send carrier pigeons.
We're talking email lists outside on your porch, on social media. They want you to let everybody know that you have registered for a Scentsy event so that you can try to get guests to come with you, because there is a guest ticket price where they will get more money for more people who come. So with that being said, for everything, they have a Facebook group. I don't know if it's still like this, but when I was in Scentsy for about 4 years, if you didn't know. When I was in back then, we had a Facebook group that would provide approved graphics from Scentsy that you can then put your information on and circulate wherever you want to circulate it. That being said, they have these graphics for everything, including the events. So Scentsy Family Reunion, World Tour, Leadership, Director Bootcamp, all of the events, they have templates where you can put your information in and you can then put it on your social media and brag about the fact that you're going to this event and tell people so that they can try to come to this event with you. So let's take a look at some of the posts that these consultants made, some of them 2 weeks ago, announcing that they have registered for their local Scentsy World Tour and they want their friends to come with them. This one was excited because Scentsy World Tour was coming to Vegas. She said, "Scentsy World Tour coming to Vegas. Who wants to join me? Hit me up for more info. Guests are eligible for gifts also. Access entire in-person event. Exclusive World Tour 2026 Spirit Kit with a workbook, name badge, and lanyard sent to consultants' home prior to event. A product gift at event. Registration is open now until December 19th or when capacities are reached per location. Walk-ins will be available only if capacity isn't reached by location of Scentsy World Tour." I'm embarrassed for this individual. Let's look at this one. They've planned a whole road trip. Who's ready for a road trip? Scentsy World Tour hits St. Louis on February 21st, 2026. It's gonna be epic. Think hype music, freebies, sneak peeks, dancing, and all the Scentsy love you can handle. Come with me as a guest or join my team and see why this community is pure magic. Let's go make memories, laugh until we cry, and have the best time ever. Road trip to St. Louis. Freebies, fun, friends, inspiration. How mortifying. I say that with empathy because I've been in similar situations. registrations. There were more, and I'll put them up on the screen here as I'm talking so you can see all of the excitement that is built up around these Scentsy events. And like I said, these posts were made in October. It is November 6th at the time that I'm recording this. They made this announcement yesterday, November 5th. So you're telling me that you didn't want to think about this before opening registration and telling your consultants to be loud and proud about the events that they're going to? They all look like a bunch of fucking idiots now if they were the ones making these posts, allegedly, in my opinion. Because now they have to go and say,
Oops, sorry. We're not going on a road trip. I'll see you on Zoom.
Got the ick.
how are they supposed to have a successful business when you can't even provide them with the correct information or solidified information for the conferences that they should be going to for their business? This is horseshit. These consultants should be pissed, and some of them are. Let's talk about some of the comments that I found. Now, of course, there were some of the consultants that are still not seeing what is happening right before their very eyes, and they are very excited about this change. And I get it. I get where they're coming from. They don't have to pay for airfare if they had to fly to a city because they didn't have one close to them. They don't have to pay for gas for driving. They don't have to pay for a hotel room if they were staying in a hotel. And that's all fine and good. However, we're talking about people and their quote unquote business. And if you're helping them look unprofessional, you should expect them to be pissed the fuck off. This consultant is not happy. She's upset, and some other people agreed with her. Let's see what she has to say. I'm honestly so saddened by this. I've always loved our in-person Scentsy events. I fill my cup events. I don't know what that means. Film my cup events, fill my cup. Anyway, try to attend every single one, and they've always been such a huge part of what keeps me feeling connected. Over the past few years, though, I've already started to feel a real disconnect with Scentsy as a whole. Things keep changing, apparently for the better, for the modern world, but somehow it just doesn't feel better. For me, the heart of it all has always been the social side. Meeting my team, catching up with consultants I chat to online but have never met in person, sharing the buzz, the laughter, the hugs. There's so much more to events than just the training or announcements. It's the energy, the connection, the memories. I've seen talk of virtual watch parties, but honestly, that's just not for me. I don't thrive from a screen. I thrive from people. I'm really sad about this change, and I can't help but feel that we're losing something really special. Someone commented back and said, exactly how I feel. I'm shocked. Someone else said, I agree. I'm so saddened. Going to world tours, I can afford more than Scentsy Family Reunion. And it was nice seeing tamales. It's supposed to say teamies, but without my glasses, it looks like tamales. Maybe I'm hungry. I don't know. It was nice seeing teamies that don't live in the same city. Missed last year's due to weather. Didn't know it would have been my second to last time, though. Too bad. And then this one. Perfectly said, beginning to an end, honestly. Short and sweet. You were right to the point there, honey. Short and sweet. Beginning to an end. The beginning to an end started in January of this year, 2025. So when she said that World Tour is more affordable for her to go to than Scentsy Family Reunion, I want to touch on that a little bit more for people who aren't familiar with Scentsy and their events. Again, World Tour is something that happens in multiple cities, multiple countries over a period of 2 weeks or so. Scentsy Family Reunion typically only happens in years past in one place, one city in each region. This year, it's only being held here in the United States at the Scentsy home office.
For years, we've been dreaming of hosting Scentsy Family Reunion in a certain place that is very meaningful to us. We cannot wait to welcome you to Boise, Idaho!
Now, in years past, again, it's been in Las Vegas at the MGM. It's been in Nashville at the Grand Ole Opry. It's been in different places like that in different countries. I'm not going to research too much for the sake of time, but it's typically in a bigger space. Last year, as we saw when I covered it, a couple of other anti-MLM content creators also covered Scentsy Family Reunion. You can see how much the crowd has dwindled down, regardless of it being a smaller venue. venue. The venue was not filled. Years past, they have sold out events. The fact that it's only in one spot in the United States of America, yay us, in Boise, Idaho, not many consultants overseas are going to be able to come, or in Canada, Mexico, the United States, there's a lot of those people who are not going to be able to come to Scentsy Family Reunion as well. So with Scentsy Family Reunion being typically in one space for each region, it's been, over the years, it's been easier for consultants to get to World Tour. It's been more attainable. So that's what she means by she's never really been able to go to Scentsy Family Reunion, and World Tour was her thing to go to. There were also people asking about those spirit kits we heard about with the name badge and notebook and all kinds of fun branded Scentsy goodies. Scentsy says, to make this a free event for all attendees, our virtual World Tour 2026 event will not include a pre-event spirit kit or new product giveaways. However, you will have the option to upgrade your registration to receive a new product kit delivered to your home after the event. So they're not getting the notebooks, but they have the option to buy a kit of products, but they're not the number one customers. Okay. This person says, I'm so sad. It was going to be my first time attending. Honey, just thank your lucky stars. You have dodged a bullet. Devastated. I've got to be honest, having the time away with the team and enjoying being fully submersed in Scentsy world is such a highlight for the year, and was going to be the only chance with Scentsy Family Reunion only being in America, and therefore making it impossible to do that this year. So this individual is from a different area, a different region. They're not in the United States, so they can't even come to Scentsy Family Reunion at all. So why not make Scentsy Family Reunion virtual and still offer the world tour for these people who are in different regions? You're making it 10 times harder for them to get to a live event. I'm sick of being positive over all these changes. I'm done putting on a smiling face. You all cheering. I feel so sad for you that you don't get to feel what Scentsy used to be. Hugs to you all and best of luck. And it's true. Being someone who was in Scentsy in the past, there was definitely a whole different vibe. Orville definitely didn't seem as much of an as he does now, in my opinion. So that's one of the big changes that have happened. But Scentsy definitely isn't what it used to be. It was never good because it always had the MLM business model. I'm not saying it was good, but the vibes have definitely gone downhill. As a lower selling consultant, this is a little disheartening. I don't sell enough to attend Scentsy Family Reunion, especially since they are always so far away. But the more local world tour was a great way to feel like I still got to partake in the Scentsy spirit. My team is too far spread out to just meet at someone's house for watching virtual. Plus, taking a guest to an event was great bonding and a perfect way to get them to become a consultant with the real displays and the energy. I fear that will be missed. Someone replied to this though, and they completely missed the point. You can always attend Scentsy Family Reunion no matter how much you make. I basically do Scentsy as a hobby and for the discount, so to speak. I've gone to multiple Scentsy Family Reunions and I've loved them all. I do it for the experience and being around great people. Okay. Cool. But this person is being logical and saying, I'm not making enough in my business to make it make sense to travel to another state, city, country to go to Scentsy Family Reunion. That is how you're supposed to be looking at a business, not...
I do this as a hobby and I go to see people every year.
Okay, well, plan a trip with your friends. Why are you paying to go to a business conference, which is what Scentsy Family Reunion is supposed to be, when you could just book your own trip? But anyway, that's beside the point. This person is saying they don't sell enough Scentsy to make it make sense for them to travel. And that makes sense. That is a logical way to think. And I hope that they're out of Scentsy as of today or next month or soon. I see you. You see it. Get out. Why not do both? I kind of feel like Scentsy is hurting financially and they are having to cut on spending. I totally understand and hope that in the future it will be back as an in-person event. I didn't write that, but the consultants are starting to see what we're starting to see. Scentsy, you're struggling. And it's okay. We all are. I'm struggling. He's struggling. She's struggling. That one's struggling. This one's struggling. We're all struggling.
Fighting for our lives out there.
The businesses are struggling. The people are struggling. It's okay. Just admit it. Stop sugarcoating it for these consultants because you're gonna make their life 10 times harder when you drop a bomb on them next year. Allegedly, in my opinion. This is the last comment that we're gonna look at. It was just the perfect cherry on top, and it's giving release the files. One question. Why does it seem that the fragrance doesn't last as long as it used to? That's such a common question with Scentsy these days. I don't know if you have ever experienced Scentsy scents, but they used to be a lot stronger and last a lot longer than they do now. Anyway, they keep saying nothing changed. The formula is still the same. It smells good in their house, blah, blah, blah. I'm sure there's going to be reactions and trainings on how to make this amazing and spin it into a great opportunity, which it's not. It's bad news. It's a red flag that Scentsy is struggling. It's not looking good. I'll keep you posted, of course. And as always, thanks for hanging out with me while I talk a bunch of shit, and I will see you in the next one.